Alright, so the new Christopher Nolan Odyssey trailer just dropped, and the internet has already gone completely off the rails. Like, what the hell is happening right now? It is an absolute circus out there on every single timeline. I woke up this morning, opened my phone, and it was just a wall of people losing their absolute minds over a 2-minute clip. Let's just look at the numbers for a second, because they are completely stupid. The official trailer hit 121 million views in the first 24 hours. That is more than double what Oppenheimer pulled in the exact same time frame. Bro, that's actually insane. The ticketing apps were literally crashing. AMC, Fandango, all of them just instantly imploded the second the IMAX pre-sales went live. They pulled in $1.5 million instantly. 95% of the US IMAX seats sold out in the first hour, and this is a full year before the movie even comes out. That's actually wild. You know? People are out here buying tickets before the thing even has an official poster. Scalpers are already on eBay trying to sell opening night center seats for like $500 a pop. Like, yep, take my money right now. I don't even care what the rest of the movie looks like. Just take it all. It's insane how fast this blew up. People are hyped beyond belief. I sat through the trailer a few times, you know, just to make sure I wasn't missing anything. Because sometimes on the first watch, you're just vibing, and you miss all the little details hiding in the background. Visually, it's pretty damn impressive. Bro, we are talking about real ships on actual water. Practical battle scenes with hundreds of actual human beings, sweeping ancient locations shot across multiple countries. There is absolutely none of that green screen Marvel nonsense where everything looks fake as hell and feels like it was filmed in a local Walmart parking lot. You know how Nolan is with CGI. The man absolutely despises it. People are already making jokes that he probably bred a real-life Cyclops in a lab just so he wouldn't have to use a computer. The whole film was shot on brand new IMAX film cameras. First movie ever made that way. You can literally feel the scale in every single shot. It's just massive. You see the ocean waves crashing against these massive wooden boats, and it just looks heavy. It looks real. Matt Damon as Odysseus just has this tired, battle-worn king energy that actually works pretty well. I didn't think Matt Damon would work, but yeah, it's actually decent. The dude looks like he's been through 10 years of brutal war, lost a bunch of friends, seen some serious stuff, and all he wants to do is just get home to his wife and kid and take a nap. You completely believe it. You feel it. You're rooting for the guy to just survive the next monster that pops out of the ocean. And the rest of this cast is just absolutely stacked to the ceiling. Tom Holland playing Telemachus' son. You can see Holland really trying to step out of that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man shadow. He looks gritty. He looks like a kid who has had to grow up way too fast while his dad was out getting lost at sea for a decade. Then you have Anne Hathaway as Penelope, looking incredibly stressed out dealing with all the suitors. Charlize Theron as Calypso, which is literally perfect casting. And Robert Pattinson is just lurking in the background, looking incredibly intense and brooding. The score hits hard. The action feels grounded and brutal. No shaky cam. No quick cuts, every half second where you can't even tell who is punching who. Just big, clear, massive frames that make you feel like you're actually standing right there, in the dirt in ancient Greece. If you loved the epic scale of Interstellar or the tension in Dunkirk, this trailer is basically serving exactly what Nolan fans have been waiting for. Like, this is the Nolan we know and love. It feels like a true mythic action epic, and not just another lazy mythology remake trying to ride the 300 or Troy wave from 20 years ago. It actually respects the source material in its own weird Nolan way. You know? It's not trying to be a history lesson. It's trying to be a massive cinematic event. Now here's where it gets funny, because it wouldn't be the internet without a massive meltdown. The backlash is already nuclear, and we're still literally in the trailer phase. Like, come on man. The main complaints fall into 3 big camps, and people are acting like this is the literal end of cinema as we know it. Bro. First, the accents. Matt Damon, Tom Holland, and Robert Pattinson are all using straight-up American accents in ancient Greece. Some people in the comments are acting like this is an international war crime. They are writing 10-paragraph essays on Reddit screaming about how it completely takes them out of it and how they should all be speaking ancient Greek, or at the very least, British accents. Because for some reason Hollywood taught us that anyone from the past has to speak like they are from London. Bro, it's a movie. Relax. It's not a documentary on the History Channel. You really want to read subtitles for 3 hours while Matt Damon throws a spear at a sea monster? Come on. Let the actors just act without doing some goofy fake voice. Second, the casting choices. This is the one that really has people sweating out of their minds. Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy, and Travis Scott showing up as a bard. Have people straight up losing their minds, because it doesn't match the classical Greek marble statue image they have burned into their brains from every middle school textbook they've ever seen. Like, calm down. It's really not that deep. People are making hour-long video essays about historical accuracy for a story that features a six-headed sea monster and a lady who turns men into pigs. The Travis Scott cameo is honestly hilarious to me. People are joking that he's going to be dropping auto-tuned bard songs on a lute while Odysseus fights for his life. Whether it works or not, it is undeniably entertaining that it's even happening. And third, the armor and costumes. A bunch of keyboard warriors are calling the warrior gear way too modern. They are giving off almost Batman vibes. Like Nolan just slapped some tactical Kevlar plates on everybody, spray painted it bronze, and called it a day. You know, people are really mad about this. They're analyzing the leather straps frame by frame like it's the Zapruder film, complaining that the stitching isn't period accurate to the Bronze Age. These guys need to go outside and touch some grass. Nolan already addressed all this directly in a recent Time magazine interview. He basically sat there, probably sipping some tea, and said he picked the actors based on what best serves the story, and the whole oral poetry feel of Homer's work. He said the practical materials are historically informed, but designed to pop on the big screen in IMAX. Not that his calm explanation stopped the outrage machine for even a single second. The internet just loves to be mad about stuff like this. It's basically their full-time job at this point. If they aren't complaining about movie casting, they literally don't know what to do with their day. Look, the internet outrage is loud as hell right now, but let's be real for a second. It's mostly comment section and Reddit noise, you know? Regular people who actually buy movie tickets aren't living in those threads 24/7. They walk into a theater, they see the poster with Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Hathaway, Charlize Theron, Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, plus the giant IMAX name attached to it, and they're like, cool, epic movie, I'm in. They don't care if the accents aren't 100% historically accurate, because, newsflash, nobody knows exactly what ancient Greek sounded like anyway. It's a myth that's been retold for 3,000 years. Every single version changes stuff. Sometimes the gods are nice, sometimes they are absolute menaces. That's kind of the whole point of these stories. They evolve. Every generation tells it differently. This just happens to be the generation where the story is told with a $150 million budget and 70mm film. So the big question everyone's going to be asking for the next year and a half, is this thing actually going to flop when it drops, July 17th, 2026, my honest take? No, not even close. Bro, you are out of your mind if you think this is bombing. The IMAX pre-sales are already breaking records a full year out. That's crazy behavior. Oppenheimer proved Nolan can take a serious, kinda heavy adult movie about quantum physics and government hearings, and turn it into a near billion-dollar global event. Even when it wasn't a superhero flick, or a sequel or anything like that, people just showed up because it said directed by Christopher Nolan. This one has even bigger built-in name recognition. It's literally one of the oldest and most famous stories ever told in human history. Almost everyone knows the basics of the Odyssey. Combine that with a massively stacked cast of A-listers, and these groundbreaking IMAX visuals that literally nobody else in Hollywood is doing right now. Even with the accent drama, and the casting discourse, and the armor complaints from the basement dwellers, I think the average theatergoer is just gonna show up for the giant screen epic experience. People want to go to the movies and feel something huge again. My realistic prediction. It opens somewhere between 1.2 and 1.5 billion worldwide. It might not break every single box office record on the planet. It might not beat the next Dune or whatever the next big Star Wars thing is. But it'll easily become Nolan's highest grossing film, and a massive win for theaters in 2026. Hell with the backlash might actually help. It is literal free marketing from people arguing about it non-stop for the next 14 months. Every time someone makes a hate video about the armor, that's just another person being reminded the movie exists. Like, come on, the internet is doing the marketing for him at this point. It's free advertising. On the bottom line, the trailer situation got stupid fast, but the numbers and the facts still point to a massively huge success. Nolan's earned our trust with visuals and storytelling time and time again over the last 2 decades. July 17th will be the real test. We'll see if the movie actually delivers, or if it's all just hype and pretty pictures. You know, given his track record, I'm leaning towards it being pretty good. What do you guys think? Is the internet backlash completely overblown? Or do the accents, the casting, and the tactical armor actually bother you? For real, let me know. Be honest down below. If you want more videos, like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, whatever you do on YouTube these days. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.